What is good, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Renegade Roundtable podcast here. I am Jeffrey Kirby. As you can see, a little different setup. It's a little bit different, and we're trying something out. We're trying something new. We're trying to do a whole new different broadcasting format. It's exactly what, obviously, if you guys have been watching the last couple weeks, seems like every week we're having some sort of issue, and no matter it is, so we're trying something new out. We're trying to get a completely new, different setup for broadcasting here and live streaming here. There's some cool things about this that I'm excited about. In fact, here I want to live streaming. Okay, perfect. I just want to make sure that you guys could hear me as well. But yeah, this is going to be a fun episode, and obviously I have the comments still right in front of me, so I still will be able to see you guys. One thing that I do want to do, obviously you can see Jarrod's not here right now. He will be at some point. Obviously he's late for work, or not late for work. He left work a little bit later than he would have liked, but obviously it's something, deal with. He's still kind of new at his job, so it is all good. But yeah, at some point he will be here, and it's going to be a fun show. Obviously we're going to talk about, I got some mock drafts pulled up here that I'm going to show you guys. I want your guys' opinion. We're going to discuss things, and there's some different possibilities, some different ideas. Obviously, we're talking about the Super Bowl, big game this Sunday. Could there be a possible divisional rival coming to the Steelers? Maybe, maybe not. I do want to test something out here. Oh, okay, cool. So that's another thing, too, that's about as well. I did a test comment, and I could actually put your guys' comments on the screen, which is something that's very cool. So, yeah, this is definitely going to be something. As long as my computer doesn't crash, this might be some fun here. And then, obviously, we're going to start off. You got Brian Flores, which, you know what, we'll start off with that. We'll start off with Brian Flores before we get into some draft stuff. And then, obviously, once Jarryd gets in here, we'll get his opinions as well. So here's my thing when it comes to Brian Flores here. Obviously, for me, I'm not surprised. Nor should any Steeler fans be surprised. None of you guys should be surprised by this, because of the fact that you knew that this was going to be a stopgap year. You knew that was going to be the case. Now, obviously, yes, we're all going to get our hopes up. Could he possibly stay another year? That wasn't going to be the case. Selfishly, for multiple reasons, we would have loved to see Brian Flores stay in Pittsburgh. Number one, his knowledge still when it comes to the defensive side of the ball is incredible. You pair him up alongside Mike Tomlin. That's still, I understand that, yes, during times that there were times where the defense did not play well. Obviously, yes, you were down your best player, which, again, kind of shows what your defense really is on paper. It's not necessarily the greatest thing in the world to begin with. It's when TJ's out there, you can be good. Even if he's not, it's a rough going. And obviously, it sucks that we didn't get to keep him. Also, because if you got to keep him for another year, you could have got a compensatory pick in 2025. I want to say no, 2024. I apologize. Babyface Kirby. Here we go. Babyface Kirby. Absolutely. Listen, this is the first time, or no, not the first time. This is probably since I've been able to start growing facial hair, which was probably like 5 or 6 years ago, honestly. This might be legitimately the third time I've ever went full on babyface. And obviously, and I got a little cut on my lip, which I am not happy about either. But yeah, it needed to happen, but you know what? It's all good. I don't like it either. But getting back to the Brian Flores thing. Obviously, yes, you would love to have the knowledge that he brings for another year, and you would have loved to got the compensatory pick. And like I said, we all knew that this was going to be a stopgap year. Real quick, my advice: next shave, keep the mustache. So here's the thing about that, real quick. I actually did do that originally. That was my original plan. But the issue was, and I actually have a picture in my phone of when I did this, but the issue is it just didn't look right. It did not. It doesn't help that my facial hair is kind of blonde. So it's not like like there was a decent mustache there, but it just didn't look right, and it didn't grow. Like it just, I don't know, it didn't look right. But yes, that was the original goal, was for me to do that. But yeah, back to again to Brian Flores, unless Steel Black has more comments about my facial hair, which wouldn't be surprised about. I'll be waiting. I'm expecting Derpy to be at some point in here, and hopefully a couple others to get in here as well. But yeah, back to Brian Flores. Minnesota was one of those places where they really needed a Brian Flores. And obviously, yes, I hate that he's gone. But when you look at how at Minnesota, their offense was fine. They were handled. Obviously, Kirk Cousins is Kirk Cousins, but yeah, they had Justin Jefferson. They were a good offense. But the defense was absolutely abysmal. Kevin O'Connell had the offense playing well. The defense was a god awful. And what they're doing is another example that what other teams have been doing that I wish that Pittsburgh would do. Kevin O'Connell is an offensive-minded head coach, or he's an offensive-minded coach. As the head coach, he's dealing with the offense. What does he do? After his first year, realizes that his defense is absolutely god-awful. So what does he do right after? He goes and brings in a defensive mind where, well, yes, this is actually his first time being a true defensive coordinator, because he wasn't in New England. He was a play caller, but he wasn't the defensive coordinator. He didn't have that name, but he'd only called the defense then. Then obviously came to he was at Miami, just being the head coach. I don't remember if he called plays or how much he had in the defense there. And then obviously Pittsburgh, he was like just basically a assistant coach at that point. But what they did is similar to like what Andy Reid did with Kansas City. Kansas City, that first year with Mahomes, they realized that defense just was not that good. So what did they do? They go and bring out one of the best defensive minds in the NFL, Steve Spagnuolo, the same guy who beat the like 18 or 19-0 Patriots in 2007. That's Super Bowl 42. You bring in one of those guys. And this is something that cough, something I wish that Mike Tomlin and the Pittsburgh Steelers would have done, because they didn't. But this is something that I would have loved to see happen, because obviously Mike Tomlin's defensive mind, you want to have, I mean, hell, even in Cleveland, as my arm is just going straight to hell. But yeah, even what Kevin Stefanski did in Cleveland, they did that. Kevin Stefanski was worrying about the offense, and what does he do? He brings in a good defensive mind to handle the defense. That's what they did. And I hate the fact that they did that, but they did, and props to them. As my boom arm now is just going, not well, but you know what? It's okay. We can make it work. This is something that we can make work. You know what? Here, we'll just do this right now. We'll just kind of hold on to it, and we'll just go from there. But yeah, it's something that I wish that they would have done. Steel Black says, but Flores leaving and having no DC candidates ready, you really dropped the ball. Terrell Austin could have been demoted, but our defense was okay. We could for sure gave Flores the DC. He improved the linebacker room. For some parts of it, I think some people would say they disagree about the linebacker room strictly because of, they would look at Devin Bush. And I do agree in the fact that, yes, we would have all loved for them to give them the defensive coordinator job. But here's the issue. What would that have become? You would have had to pay Terrell Austin. I mean, I don't know how the demotion would work in that sense. Like, what would he be demoted to? Wasn't he? I forget. Was he the secondaries coach or something? I forget what he was before. So do you just put him back there, or how do you handle that? Well, yes, we would have loved to see Brian Flores elevated to defensive coordinator. You knew that wasn't going to happen, because that's just simply not how the Steelers are going to do things. And plus, it didn't help. It was also one of those deals where you knew that there was a chance that he was going to get a head coaching opportunity, and he did. He had when he went to Arizona, that wasn't for the defensive coordinator. That was for the head coaching job. Now I do have a comment real quick I want to say about that. That's which is what's interesting is like I said, now I don't know if he was a finalist or not in the Arizona job originally in their what you call Arizona's mind. But I also wonder, even if he was, did he want to? I mean, did he want anything to do with Kyler Murray? Because a lot of people are wondering how much does Kyler Murray, not just with the injury, because yes, you have to deal with that. He's going to be out for a good majority of the year, maybe even all of the year, depending on how his rehab goes. But a lot of coaches just seem like they don't want to coach him. They don't want to coach Kyler Murray. I'm pretty sure that Sean Payton said the same thing. So Steel Black, they have that Acrisure money. They could have paid out his contract, no excuse. Now here's the issue. That's not how they work. If that was the case, they would have let Matt. There would have been a better shot that they would have let Matt Canada go. That's just simply how they don't do things like that. And I wish that they did. I wish they have the money to pay a coach $1 million to ship his ass as far away as humanly possible. I don't think I need to go on that rant again. However, that's just simply how they just don't do things like that. It sucks, but that's just how the Roonies work. Okay, my boom arm just went completely straight to hell. So you guys are going to witness me real quick. I'm going to try to do this just one-handed. There's always something going on. This is what makes this show fun, because each and every week there is something. It's like amateur. That's what Smitty said last week. It's like amateur week over here. Every week there's just something that happens, which is kind of hilarious, but it's also annoying. But again, it's also hilarious. So you guys are going to witness me kind of do this one-handed here and see if I can get my boom arm here, my clip here to twist. So give me 1 second, guys, because I kind of need my microphone here. But yeah, this happens every single week. And of course, this happens usually right when raw and unfiltered, abso-freaking-lutely. That's how we do things. No edits, none of that. No edits or anything. Just straight, purified, unfiltered, raw, the whole 9 yards. Here we go. We are back. We actually have the boom arm back and going. So I am now free from having to hold this damn microphone, because this microphone is a pain in the ass to hold. Back to the regularly scheduled programming. But yeah, pause, resume. But yeah, at the end of the day, I wasn't surprised whatsoever with this. And yeah, I mean, that's all I really have to say. And we're going to get, once Jarryd gets in here, we're going to kind of go back and redo the show kind of all over again, because I want to get his opinions on things. But obviously, like I said, he's not here yet. He is on his way back to the kingdom, back to the palace that is the Boss Sanchez kingdom, that we like to call it. Here's one thing that I do want to do right now, though. But while he is gone, and as we got another viewer here, so how you doing? We're gonna go in here. We're gonna actually, let me pull this up here. Let me see if I can figure out how to do this now, because apparently now I'm gonna see if I can get this to work here. Present, share screen. And then we're going to go just entire screen here, window. We'll just do it that way. All right. Perfect. All right, here we go. So we're going to have some fun here. So how we're going to do, we're going to kind of go through some different mocks. I have Lance Zierlein from NFL.com. I want to go through some of his mock, or I want to go through his mock, Matt Miller from ESPN has a mock out. Ray Fittipaldo from the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, he has a 7-round mock that we're going to go through for the Steelers. And then The Athletic has a mock that we're going to get into as well. So get into here. Let's get into Lance Zierlein. He is one of the guys that when you go and look at the scouting reports on each and every player in the draft through NFL.com, it is Lance Zierlein that you are getting his stuff from. So here you go. So right now, the Chicago Bears selecting Jalen Carter. Again, not a surprise. I was looking through some stuff of his. I was watching some tape of his, doing some research. I'm not personally as big of a fan of him as some others. Now, obviously, yes, you're dealing with a lot of potential with him. You're talking about a guy who has been compared to maybe as the next Aaron Donald. I have seen that. But my thing is when it comes to him is people are questioning whether he loves the game of football. People are questioning, his effort. He also needs to get more conditioned as well. That's another thing that you would need to talk about when it comes to him. But I mean, other than that, he's very fast. He's instinctive. He can make plays. Real quick here. I know it's not Stewart related, but if the Bears trade Fields, they are stupid. I don't think they're going to trade him. I think that's them not needing a quarterback is the reason why they can go and maybe trade down a little bit and get one of those teams that want a quarterback could go up to number 1 and get it, whether it's a Carolina, whether it is whether it's Indianapolis, one of those deals. So that's why I don't simply think. And plus, I'm an Ohio State fan, so yes, I got a whole lot of love for Justin Fields as well. Number 2, the Houston Texans selecting Bryce Young. All right, so here, not surprised. Obviously, DeMeco Ryans. He was a former linebacker for the Houston Texans. Now, obviously, their new head coach. They're needing a new quarterback. If you told me it's Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud, one of those two, I am not surprised whatsoever. And I want to call you stupid. Now, Will Levis is an interesting story. I don't think that's him there. And then, obviously, if you were to go out and say, like, Anthony Richardson, now I don't necessarily think that's going to be the case. Do I think he goes first round? He has been absolutely climbing, but I just don't simply see that being the case at number 2 here. Number 3, the Arizona Cardinals selecting Will Anderson. I agree with that 100%. Honestly, it would be the matter of whoever Chicago doesn't take if they're going to go after, whether it is Jalen Carter or Will Anderson. In fact, I wouldn't even be surprised if Chicago were to take Will Anderson. It's just a matter because they need help on that defensive line. It's just a matter of do you want edge help or do you want interior help? In my opinion, I think if you're basing it off that, I think the Bears are making the right call because it's harder, I think, to find truly impactful guys that go through up the middle than it is on the edge. So I think in this case it would be correct. But Will Anderson is an absolute disruptor. You go back and look at his, I want to say 2021 tape. It is absolutely ridiculous. He was unblockable. So yeah, I'm not surprised by it at all. Number 4, C.J. Stroud to Indianapolis. Now, in this case, I don't think he has trades in here, but again, I like that for him. They need a quarterback, and I think that Indianapolis could be a good fit for C.J. Stroud. Number 5, Seattle Seahawks taking Tyree Wilson. Yeah, not a surprise here. They want to get some pass rush here, and Tyree Wilson's one of those guys that he kind of reminds me of a like Carlos Dunlap / Montez Sweat kind of guy. Number 6, the Detroit Lions selecting Christian Gonzalez. Woo! Okay, that's not a bad pick. I mean, Christian Gonzalez he's a beast on a lot of people's radars. He's cornerback 1. I thought they might have gone with like maybe a defensive lineman here, but Christian Gonzalez is not a bad pickup at all either for them. Number 7, the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, I'm going through this raw. I'm going. All these mock drafts. I'm looking at these raw. So your guys' what you guys see me react is how I'm actually reacting. I have not looked at any of these. We at number 7, the Las Vegas Raiders selecting Will Levis. Yeah, that I like that for them. I mean, at the end of the day, you're basing that off potential. You're also basing it off of the fact that you think that Josh McDaniels might be able to elevate Will Levis's game because a lot of people are looking at this. He's going to be kind of a project quarterback, exactly how Josh Allen was. Now, I know that Josh Allen, Will Levis, those are the guys that people have been comparing him to. I've been kind of the same way. There's a lot of similarities in their game. And I also think this could be very similar in the way of the progression that they've been going each and every week. So that's where I'm going to be interested to see what Will Levis looks like. Because do I think that he's going to be – I don't think he's going to be ready day one. However, I'm going to be curious to see when he does finally get in there, what is he going to look like? Is he going to look very raw and definitely need some time? How is he going to look like, in terms of trying to read defenses and all that? How is in the next level? That's what I'll be interested in. And we're going to actually go ahead and hide that. Number 8, the Atlanta Falcons. Okay, now this is really shocking here. Number 8, the Atlanta Falcons selecting Drew Sanders. Okay. This is interesting because I don't think a lot of people, many are not expecting a linebacker to go in the top 10. I would maybe even top 15, maybe. There's only a couple guys that you could truly see going in the first round that are linebackers. You have Drew Sanders. You have Trenton Simpson. Maybe a Jack Campbell. But other than that, Noah Sewell, he's not one of those guys that's going to go in the first round. But those are really the only 3 guys that I could see. But Drew Sanders is interesting. He is very interesting. Now, they need help on that defense, but I just feel like maybe defensive line would be a little bit more for them. Number 9, the Carolina Panthers selecting Keon White. Steel Black says Simpson falls in this mock. I don't know. I haven't looked at this mock draft yet. So your reaction is literally, or what you're watching is my true, honest, raw reaction. So that's what you are seeing. But Keon White, okay. If they were to not go quarterback here, which in this case they obviously don't, Bijan Robinson, I would say more of Bijan Robinson in this case than Keon White, in my opinion, in my personal honest opinion. Frank Reich's their new head coach, offensive mind. Yeah, I think I would. I would see them going offense over defense, honestly. Number 10, the Philadelphia Eagles selecting Devin Witherspoon. And oh my Lord have mercy, if this were to happen, Philadelphia, you guys will be in great shape because Devin Witherspoon is becoming you want to talk about someone who is rising and a guy that has been made it's Devin Witherspoon because what he has done is incredible. In the way, he's long, and Philadelphia, you want to go and get another corner to add to that secondary, a guy who was long and a guy that in college had very good production. Holy shit. That is, oh man, Philadelphia would absolutely love him. Number 11, the Tennessee Titans selecting Peter Skoronski here. Okay, yeah, this goes back to something that's not a surprise for me. They're probably going to let Taylor Lewan go, so they want to go after they're going to want to go after a tackle here, protect the quarterback, continue the run game. So yeah, this doesn't surprise me here. Number 12, okay. The Houston Texans selecting Jalen Hyatt. So Jalen Hyatt is the first wide receiver off the board. And actually, we're going to bring in our boy. We got Jarryd Sanders. I realized that you were in here. How are you doing?
Yo, what's up, man? Chilling.
All right. Do you see the screen?
Yeah, I do. Definitely.
Okay. So you are literally joining in as we're looking at Lance Zierlein's mock draft from NFL.com. So we're currently looking into theirs. I will give you a heads up right now. Your boy Christian Gonzalez is already off the board at number 6 in this mock draft.
When was this released?
Literally a couple days ago, very recently.
That's very interesting.
February 7th, so literally 2 days ago.
Okay. Interesting.
Steel Black says, Jarryd, how was Subway?
Subway? It's not Subway, man. Work. I'm actually eating Wendy's.
What is your Subway order? What's your Wendy's and your Subway order?
Wendy's is a Baconator or son of Baconator. And then Subway is either chicken bacon ranch or meatball sub.
There you go. There you go. All right. Back to regularly scheduled program. We'll talk about food because it's making my fat ass hungry. Here we go. All right. Number 12. So this was interesting. So in this mock draft here, Jalen Hyatt was the first wide receiver taken at number 12 to the Houston Texans. Why? So in this case, they got Bryce Young at number 2, and then they go after Jalen Hyatt at pick number 12.
It's interesting. Why Jalen Hyatt at first? I was thinking like Quentin Johnson than anything.
Quentin Johnston, Jordan Addison, Jackson Smith and Jigba. One of those guys. Now, don't get me wrong. Jalen Hyatt is an absolute beast.
Yeah. I'm not disagreeing.
But, yeah, I'm not sure about this one. I like the receiver pick. I'm not sure about him and the value.
Interesting. Yeah, 12 is a little high.
Number 13, I want to see if I can move you. I want to see if I can move you somehow. Because you were, here, I'll just move up a little bit more. The New York Jets selecting Brian Branch. This would be fun. Now, if they're not going to go after it, I would think that they would go after a receiver over this. But if they're going to go defense, you go and get yourself someone who is versatile and compare opposite or, in the same secondary with Sauce. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
That would be fun. That would be fun for the New York Jets.
Well, they need a quarterback.
Let's see who the hell they get first. Number 14, the New England Patriots are selecting Broderick Jones.
Fuck.
No, it's okay because right now Paris Johnson is still on the board.
Oh, he is? Oh, I thought he was.
I have not looked at this mock draft, so I don't know who the Steelers are. I don't know who he has the Steelers taken. So right now, if you're a Steeler fan and you want that offensive tackle, you're starting to get a little happy here. You're thinking, okay, can someone not go after him? Because you're thinking, because you have who's 15 again? I'm trying to think of who's 15. I don't remember who's 15, but number 16 is Washington, and you're thinking, okay, in this case, Anthony Richardson's still on the board. They probably might go after him. So whoever's at 15, depending on what it is. Ooh.
Yeah, I don't remember who's at 15 right now.
All right. But yeah, number 14, Broderick Jones. I think they have a couple guys going in the they have a couple guys going or in the free agency, or at least one of them. So but yeah. Number 15, the Green Bay Packers. Okay, so it's the Green Bay Packers. And they go after Luke Musgrave. So it's not the tight end from Notre Dame. It's Luke Musgrave. Now, we all know that Robert Tonyan's a free agent. We all know that they like their tight ends over there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you're a Steeler fan, you're getting happy.
Oh, for sure.
You're very happy because Paris Johnson. Okay, so number 16, the Washington Commanders, they don't go after the quarterback. They go after a guy that people were looking at or that you might be looking at as a possibility, maybe at pick 32 if he were to be available. But the Washington Commanders go with Osiris Torrance. So you know who's on the board as number 17.
If this is not Paris Johnson in this mock,
I'm going to be kind of upset. All right, are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Whew.
It should be Paris Johnson.
Oh, no!
Wow. I don't know.
No! It's Joey Porter. It's Joey Porter Jr.
I want to say I'm disappointed. I don't want to say it because it's just a name. What other corners are there if Joey Porter wasn't the pick? If they would have went quarter? That's the question.
That's a perfect. Here, now we got the screen perfect how I like it. I mean, right now, so your boy Christian Gonzalez is gone. Devin Witherspoon is gone. So now it's Joey Porter Jr. Steel
Cam
Black.
Smith's still there?
Yes. Well, Steel Black is very happy.
Yeah.
Cam Smith is still there.
Yeah, Cam Smith would have been another choice.
Well, in my opinion, I would have loved to see Paris Johnson.
I would love to see Paris Johnson pick as well.
Now, if I'm a fan here, and we go corner here, my first thought process is your ass better get someone, an offensive lineman at pick 32. You better get someone like that. But okay, let me get your honest opinion. I want your opinion because it seems like Joey Porter Jr. is a very polarizing guy when it comes to Pittsburgh for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
People have very different opinions on him. Steel Black, you can give me your opinion on him. Whoever else is watching, drop your comment. What are your thoughts on Joey Porter Jr.? Jarryd, what are your thoughts on Joey Porter Jr.?
Personally, I haven't watched much of him at all. I just heard he's a really good player from Penn State. He had a good season. But as of right now, for me, it's just a name right now because that's how I see it. I haven't looked into it. I haven't watched much from him. I just got to see more. I got to see the tape. I got to look into it. I personally haven't looked into it.
Joey Porter Jr. to me is one of those guys where it seems like a lot of people just like him because A, he went to Penn State, and B, his father played here.
That's the reason that I'm seeing.
And I think part of it too is they feel like he may not be as polished, and also could be that some fans might be gun shy about taking a corner that's not a polished corner because of the track record here. But I mean, some people like our boy Bray, shout out to Bray in our group chat. He says he prefers dog over polish. So he wants someone who's got that dog in him.
He definitely does. He definitely does what I'm from hearing, from sure.
So
it's a tough. It's for me, man. I would love an offensive line here, though. Yeah, I think it depends. Of course, it depends how the draft goes, but I gotta go offensive line in this situation over a corner.
Steel Black says, I think him having a defensive father and having great execution and his quick learning. I mean, yeah, in a way, that's always nice to have. I mean, Patrick Surtain's had that. There's been some different guys in the NFL who's had fathers who's played in the NFL. And then there's also Devin Bush. His father played and did not do so well for him. But Number 18, the Detroit Lions selecting Michael Mayer, the tight end from Notre Dame. Okay, so in this case, they went with defense, and now they go with offense here, and they get
the replacement.
TJ Hawkinson's replacement.
The replacement is what I'm saying, which I can't argue. So
Yeah. All right, we'll kind of go through these kind of quickly now because we want to get to some more of the Steelers ones. 19, Tampa Bay selected Anthony Richardson. Oh, that would be that would be fun to watch.
That is a very interesting pick with a born quarterback, which they have. They have that.
I'm gonna give you my comp right now to Anthony Richardson.
What?
Cam Newton.
I can see it.
Right now, he's Cam Newton.
I could see it.
All right.
Definitely could see it.
Number 20, the Seattle Seahawks selecting John Michael Schmitz. So this is a guy that if you're a Steeler fan and you got a corner at 17 here, that would be a guy that you would be hoping to maybe fall to 32 and you take him in the second round. Well, in this case, that's not the case. So Seattle goes and gets themselves a center. They went before, and I forgot, they got defense before, yeah. So they got Christian Gonzalez. So they went Christian Gonzalez, then got to Detroit or Michael Mayer, and now they go after. Oh wait, no, that's Seattle. My fault. I'm losing my mind here. Seattle got Tyree Wilson. Okay.
You already teased me with the next pick. I'm kind of disappointed.
Yeah. So the Chargers are selecting their 7,000th offensive lineman in the last few years.
It's a lot of linemen. Do you think the Chargers?
But here's the thing. I understand. So look, they got their quarterback of the future. What do you do now? They're building from within. They're trying to protect the franchise as much as humanly possible. They're going after as many offensive linemen to help the run game, to help protect Justin Herbert. This is what I like, because this is what Dallas did for a while when they had the best offensive line of football a couple years ago. They went and they spent time investing into the offensive line, and that's what they're doing right now. And so I hate the fact that he's going to LA, but I would love I like this for the Chargers.
I do. They probably will need it. See how was it Slater? He got his ACL. How he does next season.
I thought Rashawn Slater was I thought it was like a bicep injury.
Was it ACL? It was a bicep. It was something.
It was a bicep injury.
Well, then it was a bicep. I just know he was out for the year.
Yeah, he was out for a while. I might even be wrong there. Number 22, the Baltimore. Oh no, this is a pick I would not be happy with.
Well, they need it.
They need it, absolutely. But I don't like
Johnson. Of course, we're not going to like it, but this is a good pick for the Ravens if they did this.
Yeah.
Depending on Lamar's situation, which is a big if right now.
All right, so the Minnesota Vikings at pick number 23 go after Kelee Ringo.
Okay, good. Thank you.
You're one of the few that like Kelee Ringo.
I did. But, every time Minnesota has been picking corners, it's always not.
They picked a lot of corners over the last few years.
And look how they pan out. It's not good.
Yeah.
So.
All right, number 24, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Dalton Kincaid from Utah. All right, so he's one of those guys that you could get in their target for Trevor Lawrence. I think this would be a good pickup for them, in my opinion.
Interesting.
I've also seen some decent comparisons to him for Dalton Schultz.
Okay.
Number 25, the Giants selected Trent Simpson. So that's the second linebacker off the board. Drew Sanders went number 8 overall.
What?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Drew Sanders, number 8? To who?
Who was it here? Atlanta.
Okay, that makes sense. It's Atlanta. All right. Next.
Yeah, but I don't.
I know.
I was gonna say I don't. I think the value there.
Oh yeah, it's no way at 8 you take Drew Sanders. He's probably that's so early. Well, unless he balls out at the combine or something like that, or goes off, then sure.
Right. As of now, but yeah, you never know how that's gonna go. Number 26, the Dallas Cowboys selecting Deonte Banks.
What?
He's the guy that's been rising. I mean, there are some people that may not be as high on someone like a Cam Smith or someone like that, but yeah, he's a guy that I'm not going to be surprised if he goes in the first round.
Wow, man! So Cam Smith really is following in this one.
This it's not the first time, and it won't be the last.
Oh, of course not.
You know what? Here's another guy that's been kind of rising to a little bit is Eli Ricks from Alabama. And then also you got Emmanuel Forbes from Mississippi State.
I've heard of that name.
And then you also got Tyreek Stevenson from Miami. That's another guy. You have a possibility. There's 9 different corners that could go in the first round. 9 to 10 corners in the first round that you could see in the first round. Number 27, the Buffalo Bills selected Bijan Robinson. Okay, so here's my thing on this. If I am Buffalo, I understand why I see them going running back, but if I'm Buffalo, I think Jahmyr Gibbs would be the better fit.
I'm sorry, I don't know that name.
Jahmyr Gibbs from Alabama. He's right now he's the best pass catching running back to come out since Christian McCaffrey.
I don't know running backs that much in this draft right now.
Okay.
Just
basically,
Robinson.
So to me, Bijan Robinson to me is the clone of Saquon Barkley.
Okay, that makes sense.
So, number 28, the Cincinnati Bengals selecting Kalijah Cansey. So a Pittsburgher. So a Pittsburgh defensive tackle going to the Cincinnati Bengals here. Yeah, I'm not surprised here. There's a couple Bengals fans that I do follow, and they've been talking about, trying to work on the defense. So, yeah, I'm not surprised here.
Pretty much.
Number 29, the New Orleans Saints selected Myles Murphy. So Myles Murphy, in this case, fell compared to what some people thought.
Yeah, very.
Myles Murphy, Brian Breesy is another one of those guys. Number 30, the Kansas City Chiefs are selecting Derek Hall. So he's an edge rusher from Auburn. So yeah, they want to add more to the pass rush, opposite of George Karlaftis and Chris Jones.
Okay. That's not. No,
and then number 31, the Philadelphia Eagles selecting Jordan Addison. So pretty much.
No way. Come on, bro.
No. You want to see who Philadelphia at number 10 got Devin Witherspoon. If the Philadelphia Eagles were to come out of that first round with Devin Witherspoon, you want to talk about a riser, that is a riser, and Jordan Addison.
Jordan Addison? Why didn't they pick another receiver? They got Brown, they got Devontae Smith. Who else do they have? Who's the third one?
Too many weapons.
I know you can never have too many weapons. Dallas Goedert, oh my gosh.
All right, so we're going to go through another one here real quick. We're going to go through this one very quickly because we got a couple more that we'll get to. This one is Matt Miller from ESPN. Colts, Bryce Young, so they have a trade here. Again, not surprised. Number 2, the Texans selected Will Levis. That's a little interesting, but okay.
Will Levis, number 2. It's still early. I don't know.
I was going to say, don't be surprised. Number 3, the Arizona Cardinals selected Will Anderson. So, in this case, what else? Pretty much, I'm going to say the same thing between Arizona and Chicago. Both of them need defensive line help. It's just a matter of do they prefer edge rusher or someone up
or Jalen Carter.
It's going to be between Will Anderson or Jalen Carter. You want an interior defensive lineman or an edge rusher. Simple as that. So I would assume that, there you go. I was going to say I would assume that Chicago would take Jalen Carter. I don't know about you. I'm not as big of a fan of Jalen Carter.
After watching those couple games, I've been watching. I watch Jalen Carter, man. That man's an animal.
I don't know. There's something about him. All right, so number 5, the Seattle Seahawks select Tyree Wilson. Again, not a surprise to me.
No, not a surprise at all.
Number 6, the Detroit Lions selecting Devin Witherspoon. So there you go. So back-to-back mocks where they go corner. That's interesting.
It's pretty high.
But in this case, it's not Christian Gonzalez. It's not your boy, but it's Devin Witherspoon. So, okay. Number 7, the Las Vegas Raiders selecting Peter Skoronski. Now, I'm glad that he mentioned offensive tackle / guard because I'm one of those people that believe, and I've been saying this for a while, I believe that a team is going to kick him in the guard. That's why I wasn't a fan of him as a tackle prospect, but if the Steelers say he would somehow fall to 17, I wouldn't be mad that we drafted him because you could kick him in the guard, and I think he would be a very good guard. But I like position versatility, flexibility.
Oh, me too. I like that. It's more,
So, yeah, I'm not surprised here. If they don't decide to go with a quarterback here, if they don't decide to go with like Anthony Richardson, you go Peter Skoronski here.
Yeah.
Number 8, the Atlanta Falcons selecting Myles Murphy. So he does not have Myles Murphy dropping like Lance Zierlein did in his mock, but yeah, Myles Murphy here.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's not a surprise to me. Oh, I didn't even realize he has C.J. Stroud falling to number 9.
That's crazy. That's why I said why Will Levis is number 2.
However,
it's not surprising, but CJ.
But now here's my question. Now that I realize this, if Las Vegas is sitting at the board on number 7 with C.J. Stroud there, I wonder how much the temptation's going to be for them to take him.
It's
In this case, Carolina, number 9, you're thinking this is heavenly because teams are thinking you're going to trade up to number 1 to get your guy. Now you don't have to. Now he falls right into your lap. Oh, man. This is exactly like how, God rest his soul, this is like how it was with Washington and Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah.
Number 10, the Philadelphia Eagles selected Bijan Robinson. So there you go. So that guy, Saquon Barkley 2.0, goes number 10 to Philadelphia.
For Philly, man, whatever picks they get, it's not going to be, it's like new toys they're getting, no matter what these.
Well, picks. They said that Miles Sanders is hitting free agency. Don't pay him. You just get a cheaper running back. So, number 11, the Tennessee Titans selecting Broderick Jones. Okay, so 2 of the 3 tackles are off the board. And like I said before, right before you got in here, they're going to let go of Taylor Lewan, so you have to.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
Number 12, the Houston Texans selecting Jordan Addison. Okay, that doesn't surprise me either. You're going to get yourself your quarterback a weapon.
Yep, not a surprise.
Number 13, damn it. So the Jets select Paris Johnson. This makes me upset. We're going to zoom in a little bit. There we go. That makes life even better.
I don't know if they pick an offensive line. This pick the Jets.
If they decide, so you're thinking maybe outside. If it's not, you would think more of a receiver.
More receiver. They could use
everything.
Yeah, it's like,
or they could use a quarterback.
Bro, they could use another corner next to Sauce. Like they could go. Well, who's their linebacking core? What, it's Mosley still.
I don't pay attention to
CJ Mosley. Is Quan Alexander there? No, he's not. He's not there. I don't think so. They could use a linebacker.
All right. Number 14, the New England Patriots selecting Joey Porter Jr. So in this case, for those, so now for us, so you have the fans that really want Joey Porter Jr. Those fans are gone. You have the weirdos who want the Steelers to select Jordan Addison at 17. Those fans are gone. And then you have fans like me who really want an offensive tackle at 17. Those are gone. So now it's like, okay.
I know we should get now.
But now, and I know exactly what you want with this, and I agree with this. But we'll see what happens.
I doubt it. We'll see if he makes it there.
Number 15, the Green Bay Packers are selecting Brian Branch.
It's fine.
So they don't go after a tight end here, but they go after some help in the secondary of their defense.
Okay.
Number 6. Oh, okay.
Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
So yeah, I mean,
it has to. If it's not Christian Gonzalez, then I swear to God, Cam Smith, maybe.
There,
see,
there you go.
It's the great pick right there.
There you go. Now you get yourself your polished corner. Number 18, the Detroit Lions selected Lucas Van Ness.
Lucas Van Ness?
Oh, hey.
I haven't heard his name much.
I have. Don't be surprised. I mean, I'm not.
I know it's still early. I know. I don't know nothing. Actually, I haven't looked much at these positions at all. So, but I've heard of his name, but not at this high.
I mean, I have. I've seen it a couple times. Number 19, Emmanuel Forbes. So there you go. So there's that corner I was telling you about earlier that's been rising. Here you go.
Really, Cam Smith's going to keep falling?
People may not be as high on Cam Smith.
Interesting.
Number 20, these all May. Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, and Jackson Smith and Jigba. Oh boy.
That'd be fun for Seattle. Would you know?
All right, number 21, the Los Angeles Chargers. So they go after a pass rusher, Nolan Smith. Okay. That's an interesting name because obviously he spent a lot of the year hurt last year, like you said, with a torn pec.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
If they like him, they like him. They see something, they see something.
Their defense again has just been god awful. It seems like no matter what they do, their defense is god awful.
That's what. If I'm the Charger, I'm picking defense out of this pick. Most likely, I know you want the offensive line, but I think that run game, the run defense was terrible.
Back to back, call me Drake because it's a Drake disc. Quentin Johnston, god damn it, no, damn it.
You better hope Lamar stays, man. That's all I'm saying. You better hope Lamar stays.
Minnesota, Drew Sanders.
Interesting pick here.
So they're going defense. Well, and like I mentioned earlier, when it came to Brian Flores, their defense was god awful.
Mm-hmm.
So you go and give him a linebacker. Ironically, that's what he did here. He was a linebackers coach. So here's another guy that's been kind of rising that you've been seeing a little bit more in mock drafts, Darnell Wright.
I heard he did really well at the Senior Bowl.
So yeah, he did. So yeah. And as he mentions here, the 6'5", 342-pound tackle just had a fantastic performance in the Senior Bowl. So there you go. They go and get someone to protect the franchise.
Interesting.
Oh.
Jalen Hyatt to the Giants.
Oh, okay. Get Daniel Jones a weapon. All right.
Is Daniel Jones franchise tagged or signed? What are you thinking? Exactly.
Are you asking me, will he or should he?
Is he going to get franchise tag or are they signed? Or they let him go, which I don't think they let him go. Not after what they saw from this season.
I think they're going to find a way to get it done.
I think they use the tag on him, and then sign Saquon.
Number 26, the Dallas Cowboys selecting Osiris Torrance. So they go after back-to-back years with an offensive lineman. Last year they go Tyler Smith. This year they go Osiris Torrance. Some of those great offensive linemen that they've been having the last, for so long, they're getting old. So you need to replenish those. We all know that Dallas is willing to invest in their offensive line. Something seems like the Steelers don't like to do very often nowadays. Although James Daniels was a very good pickup for us.
Oh my God. Well, don't. Mason Cole did all right. It's not the greatest, but he did decent.
Could be better.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. I'm not mad at this pick for them. Okay, so this is another guy, Cody Mock. This is another one of those guys where it's like, okay, you go and get a corner at 17. You're hoping maybe would drop to 32 and you could go and get him or John Michael Schmitz, like we talked about earlier. Mm-hmm. So, okay, so that's another option that's off the board in this case. So they go and protect the offensive or go and protect Josh Allen. Number 28, the Cincinnati Bengals selecting Michael Mayer. So in his case, he's saying that he reminds him of T.J. Hawkinson. That's interesting.
I don't know if they should go tight end here.
For me, Michael Mayer to me more kind of reminds me of Jason Witten.
I can see it. Because
of the fact that you don't see any more of the run blocking and the receiver. It's usually you're good at one or the other. In this case, he's good at both. So, and Jason Witten was another one of those guys that was good at both. And so was Heath Miller. But Hayden Hurst had free agency. So I actually don't mind this pick for them. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Number 29, the New Orleans Saints selecting Keon White, defensive end from Georgia Tech. So, when you get later on into the first round, you're going to start to get guys that, they might have second round grades on them, but they go and get them late in the first. Mm-hmm. They did that a couple years ago with Peyton Turner, I want to say. So, yeah. Number 30, the Kansas City Chiefs selecting Derek Hall, defensive end from Auburn. So back-to-back pass rushers and also back-to-back pass rushers for the Kansas City Chiefs. Because last year they absolutely went with Karlaftis. This year they go and get Derek Hall, continue to add to the pass rush for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
And then Philadelphia, number 31, they go after Darnell Washington.
Interesting.
Now, here's what I'm going to say about Darnell Washington. He reminds me a lot of Mercedes Lewis, but I do think that he can have a Rob Gronkowski kind of impact on a team.
Yep.
And Jalen Hurts, Philadelphia, yep. There you go. All right. So this one is going to be a real quick one because it's Ray Fittipaldo. He goes, okay. The fact that Lucas Van Ness is here makes me wonder if he's going Lucas Van Ness 17. Let's find out. And yes. He has us going Lucas Van Ness at 17.
This is a dumb pick.
Is it really?
If in this scenario, so he's saying the best, all three of the whatever offensive tackles are gone. You're saying all the good corners are gone. Christian Gonzalez, Cam Smith, Devin Witherspoon,
Joey Porter Jr.
Osiris.
In your case, you're adding Cam Smith into there. Some people may not be.
I know, but I'm just saying.
In your case.
In my case. Lucas Van Ness at 17.
So, here's why. Here, I'm going to try to explain why I think what the thought process is here without really looking at what he's saying on there. To me, he's looking at this as the defensive line is getting older. Cam Hayward's getting older. What the hell is his name? Why the hell am I forgetting his name? Alex Highsmith.
Mm-hmm.
Alex Highsmith, he's on his last year of his deal. Why not go after a pass rusher? That's what my thought process would be here.
I get it, but this is not the most important need.
Unless they also just have him going best player available and on their board.
Yeah,
it is.
But with 16 of those picks, I do not see all of the corners gone that I think, and then I can see all the tackles or the offensive linemen that are higher gone, yes, but the corners, no.
Okay.
Then you go corner.
So in round 2, the 32nd pick, he has us going with Antonio Johnson. Now he's one of those guys that's like a corner safety, hybrid.
Okay. So is he going O-line third pick? He better be.
I don't know. Yes, he does. He has us going to Juwan Jones.
Okay.
Now he's a right tackle. Do you try to transition him over to offensive or to left tackle? That's my honest thing, because Juwan Jones, obviously, yes, the measurables are there. They're incredible, but it's going to be the matter of can he move over to the left tackle? That'll be my question. All right, we're going to go through one more real quick, and then we're going to get back to some more talk here, and then we're going to give predictions out for the Super Bowl. Number 1, the Chicago Bears selected Will Anderson. So, okay. So this is the first one they go, not Jalen Carter, but they want an edge rusher in this case. Okay. I'm not going to argue it.
Nope.
Number 2, the Houston Texans. Oh, this is from The Athletic, obviously.
Nice.
Well, for everyone else. Number 2, the Houston Texans selected C.J. Stroud. Steel Black says, Jarryd, you don't know who goes before us.
I know. It's just, defensive end.
Oh, by the way, when I do that, when I put the comments out, do you see the comments too on your screen?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm liking this. I like this new setup that we have.
Yeah, I see it.
So, all right. So, number 2, the Houston Texans selected C.J. Stroud. Not surprised.
Not surprised, no.
That's all I got. No. Oh boy. So the Carolina Panthers are trading up to number 3 to select Anthony Richardson. Holy shit!
That'd be crazy if that happens.
Wow.
It's interesting.
Wow. That's all I can say to that is wow. Okay. They're going after Cam Newton 2.0. Okay, so the Indianapolis Colts are going. So we got
3 quarterbacks.
Back-to-back, two-back quarterbacks.
Yep.
That's a reach. Are you talking about for Richardson?
It's probably talking about for Richardson.
So number 4, the Indianapolis Colts are selected Will Levis. Now here's another thought too for the Steeler fans here.
Oh boy.
No. Anthony Richardson, Will Levis, all them quarterbacks. That's 4 quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
4 quarterbacks. Right there. Bryce Young. You want that. You want as many quarterbacks off the board as humanly possible because that means a better football player has a better shot of dropping to you. A better position of need.
Where did Bryce Young go?
He hasn't gone.
That's okay. Okay. That's that makes sense now why he said that's a reach. Yikes.
Yeah, number 4, Will Levis. And then if you're number 5, you're Seattle, and you have Jalen Carter, who just drops right into your lap.
Not Bryce Young?
What, for Seattle?
Yeah.
No, because they're going to get a deal done with Geno.
Still.
They're going to get a deal
Still,
done
if Bryce Young's there at 5 for Seattle, you won't take him?
It depends if the deal is done yet.
Oh, but still, let's say the deal is done. Do you not still take him?
No.
Why not?
Because at that point, they're going to look at this and say, we want to get better at other places. Simple as that. Because they're not going to be in a position to where they can just draft a quarterback and then just have, sit behind Geno Smith depending on how long the deal is?
Well, you think Geno's going to do it good again next season?
We'll see. I don't know. It seems like they're on to him.
I don't think he's going to last that much longer.
Oh, okay. So the New York Jets, they go and make themselves I think they go and they go and make themselves a little trade here to go and get Bryce Young. So they go and get the Zach Wilson replacement.
Now
and if you are the New York Jets and Bryce Young comes to you, you are having an actual party. You are thinking there is life again in New York for the football for the New York Jets.
Yeah, in New Jersey.
I mean, last year you go and get Sauce Gardner. Then you go and get Garrett Wilson. Now you're going this year and get Bryce Young. Oh man, they would be building something in New York.
If I could see it. They could definitely trade up and go get one of these quarterbacks for sure.
So number 7, the Las Vegas Raiders take Peter Skoronski.
Again,
surprise. I don't think we've already said our piece on that.
Yeah.
Number 8, the Atlanta Falcons selecting Tyree Wilson. Okay, so they're going pass rush. Not a surprise.
Nope.
Not a surprise. Number 9, the Arizona Cardinals selecting Paris Johnson. So, okay. I mean, sucks. But you know what? It's okay. They didn't go obviously they traded, so they didn't get their pass rusher or their defensive line. And Tyree Wilson would have been a guy that they would have taken if he was available there, but he wasn't. So they go with probably the best player available, go and upgrade the offensive line. Okay. That's the thought process on that. Number 10, the Philadelphia Eagles selecting Kelee Ringo.
Ooh.
So they go and get themselves a corner.
Ooh, that's
Kelee Ringo.
Number 10.
Kelee Ringo is. You want to talk about a guy that has a draft range? That is some range. It's like I can see him going at number 5, but I could also see him going at pick 78. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, nobody knows.
That's not really the case. Okay, so the Tennessee Titans here, they go and get themselves the 3rd tackle, Broderick Jones.
Fuck.
Yes. Fuck. Yeah. So again, I think in all of these they've gone offensive line, so no surprise.
Sounds like another Christian Gonzalez coming my way.
The Houston Texans are selected.
Well,
Nope.
just gonna spoil it.
Okay, we'll just gotta do this then. Houston, Miles Murphy. They don't get the wide receiver for their quarterback, but I mean, sure, they need everything. They literally need everything. So yeah,
They need Jesus.
they need more than that. They need more than that. Let's be honest here. And then the Detroit Lions, they go and get your boy. They're going to pair him outside of Jeffrey Okudah. They need defensive help badly.
Bro, that'd be nice. That'd be nice for the Lions. Be very nice.
Number 14, the New England Bill Belichick's. Go and get themselves Quentin Johnston.
Interesting.
So, Mac Jones. Yeah, your time is running short. We're going to give you a weapon here. We're going to give you someone to throw the football. Figure your ass out. Number 15, the Green Bay Packers selected Brian Branch.
It's like the third time I've seen this. They're like Brian Branch.
They must really like Brian Branch or Michael Mayer. It's either a tight end or Brian Branch. One of the two. Pick your poison. So, yeah. There you go. Number 16, the Washington Commanders. Go to linebacker, Trenton Simpson.
I don't know what the Commanders are going to do here with this pick. This could be anything for the Commanders.
Yeah. If Anthony Richardson were to not fall, like some mock drafts have,
you don't know.
Yeah. So here's my thing too. There's no talks that they might not pick up Chase Young's 5th-year option.
It's kind of crazy.
Oh, by the way, so I'm gonna make another comment about Chase Young. Now, y'all know that I'm an Ohio State fan, right? Y'all know this. Y'all also should know he is one of my favorite Ohio State players of all time. Do you also remember that there was a comment that Mike Tomlin made about Chase Young, saying that?
Oh my gosh!
To never be as bad to be able to get a guy like you. Well, guess what? Hey, Washington, you should do me a favor. Not pick up that 5th-year option. He doesn't want to play in Washington. Why the hell would he want to play for the Snyders? Why the hell would he want to play for that trash-ass franchise? You know what you should do? Just let him walk. Let him come to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let Chase Young, let that man come to the 4-1-2. That's all I mean, it's just an idea.
I knew you were gonna say something. I knew you wanted to say.
Just an idea. Thank you. Back to the regularly scheduled program. Number 17, Pittsburgh Steelers selecting Joey Porter Jr.
Shocker.
So, yeah. Number 18, the Detroit Lions selecting Brian Breesy. Okay. They go and get themselves some more defense.
They need it.
They need it badly. Number 19, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hey, there's a Cam Smith sighting for you.
Finally. Jesus.
And then number 20, the Seattle Seahawks. We almost get Nolan Smith, so that's the second time that we've seen him pop up in these mocks.
Very interesting.
Number 21, the LA Chargers. They go and get themselves Jordan Addison because apparently there's a chance that Keenan Allen might be gone.
That's crazy.
Which Keenan Allen is so. Oh, no. 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 No.
A nightmare for you.
No. Why? You already took J.K. Dobbins from me. You took Malik Anderson from me. Now you're taking Jackson Smith and Jigba? No. Damn you, Baltimore. Because it's probably a good pick. Because Baltimore seems to draft very damn low. Damn it.
Well, like I said, just waiting on Lamar Jackson.
Damn it. Oh. Number 23. A new name to the list. Clark Phillips. That's a guy that I've seen a few times around here. Around these streets. Around these parts of town.
Phillips the third.
And they go corner. So, yes, we've already talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
Number 24, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Osiris Torrance. So, this is the second mock where I've seen where they've gone off of the line. So, go and protect the franchise, go and continue helping the run game and the pass game. Yeah, okay. No problem with that. Number 25, the New York Giants selected Michael Mayer. So we're going to assume that Daniel Jones will get his contract or he'll get tagged, and they go and get themselves another weapon. And like I said, they go after in my opinion, another Jason Witten, a guy that probably torched the New York Giants for about 75 years.
This would be a great pick for the Giants.
Number 26, the Dallas Cowboys selecting Jalen Hyatt. Oh, boy. They go, obviously, they lost Amari Cooper, but they let him go to the Browns because they didn't want to pay him. You got CeeDee Lamb. You add another weapon for Dak Prescott. Okay.
We'll see.
Listen, it's the Dallas Cowboys. Whatever they do should not ever shock anyone.
No, I was like... No, just no.
Number 27, Buffalo Bills selected Bijan Robinson. So this is the second time that we've seen his name pop up for the Buffalo Bills. Like I said before, I think in my personal opinion, Jahmyr Gibbs would be a bigger fit or a better fit. However, I don't mind Buffalo getting Bijan Robinson because I do think he's going to be an abs. Here's what I said. To me, he reminds me a lot of Saquon Barkley, but he can have, on the right system, he can have an Ezekiel Elliott rookie year kind of impact.
It's true. It's very true.
Number 28, the Cincinnati Bengals selected Antonio Johnson. So they go after back-to-back safeties because last year they got Daxton Hill.
Yep, they did.
So, yeah, okay, so they go after, and it sounds like they would let Jesse Bates walk. I have an idea.
No. There's no way. Stop. Can't let these happen.
I am the master of I have ideas.
The ideas just come over here with what money that we have.
We'll start a GoFundMe. The New Orleans Saints selecting Darnell Washington. So
shocker.
So he stays down in SEC territory. And listen, the Saints are so confusing. I don't know what the hell.
I don't know what they're doing. I think they're going to get Derek Carr.
I don't know. Like, what are you doing? Man, I don't know at this point.
They're not getting Derek Carr.
Hey, Kansas City going to selecting Lucas Van Ness.
Okay.
And then the Philadelphia Eagles going and getting themselves a wide receiver, which
I haven't heard much of him.
So here's some. So there's a couple players that I have not seen in any of these mock drafts that I'm a little surprised about. Zay Flowers from Boston College. We have not seen him once. Anton Harrison's another one of those guys that, I don't know, I could just somehow, some way see being there. Smitty's boy, I keep on Saki Akia or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
From Baylor. That's another name that we didn't see once at all. Isaiah Foskey is another one of those guys. BJ Ojulari. I've seen those names in the first rounds. Felix Adike Uzama from Kansas State. That's another name. Did y'all hear the Josh Allen Steelers rumor? Now, I'm assuming he's talking about the pass rusher from Jacksonville.
Yeah, what rumor about him?
I have another rumor that we're going to talk about here in a minute from a divisional rival.
Wait, this is a rumor? When was this announced?
I don't know. This is news to me as well, so we're going to find out. Jack Campbell's another name that maybe I don't think I saw once, but wouldn't be surprised. So yeah, that is our weekly mock draft. Now we're gonna go back. We're gonna go here. So I'm gonna give you guys a name before we get our Super Bowl predictions, and then we get on out of here because I also Have some plans tonight. Marcus Peters to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yay or nay?
Are you just saying names out here, just wanting them to come over here, or this
Huh?
your agenda? Is this your agenda now?
No, this is not an agenda. This is not an agenda. It is just a name that I've heard.
Was he getting cut? What's happening?
He's a free agent.
Oh, really? I know that. I don't know.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Josh Allen is a very good pass rusher.
Who would you trade him for? That's the question.
Exactly.
What, Highsmith? What would they want?
Probably a pick. You're obviously not going to give up 17.
Nope.
I would be willing to give him. I'd be willing to give up 32. But I think you might have to. It's also because of paying him as well. That's the issue. So in that case, you would be kind of in a similar boat.
No. Marcus Peters, I'm going to say no for now.
Interesting. Why is that?
I'm just not. That's you. Oh.
That's you. That's you being allergic to your own answer.
I just don't like the fit, personally. It might work. It might not, but I don't see it.
Say you get him on like a 2-year, $2 $17 million.
Right, so that's 2 years, $17 million.
I'm just throwing out a number.
I know you're throwing out a number, but I still don't like it. It might help. Was he? Has he been? Is he the corner that's been injured a lot the past couple seasons?
I know Marlon Humphrey's been hurt too.
Like, I'm not trying to like because of injury concerns. But, like, that's part of it. Like, he has a presence on the field, but he's not dominant like he used to be.
So, here's the thing too. Obviously, it's going to depend a little bit on what happens with Cam Sutton. And
Which you better resign. It's not a question.
If he wants $11 million a year, you resigning him? I don't think so. Not at that price. Not at that price.
And definitely not $11 million a year. Like the most I would give him is maybe 9, 8.
You would love to get him. You would love to get him at like 3 for 21.
Yeah, 7 a year. Yeah, that's what we want.
7 to 8 a year. 3 for 24, 3 for 21. One of those.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I would mind it. I don't think I'd mind it.
I guess.
To me, it's an interesting thought because of the fact that you bring someone who's quote unquote got that dog in him. You know he's got that dog in him.
He does.
And just imagine him and George Pickens in training camp.
Oh boy. Okay. So, you have another name, or is that the only name you were thinking about?
That right now, that's the only name that I was thinking of. We'll come back to me next week, and we'll see if I have another name. Come back to me next week and see if I have another
Juju
name.
Smith-Schuster.
Yes.
Because he's a free agent. I don't think he's coming back, though. I don't think he will.
No, he won't.
He's staying there.
Yeah, he won't. All right, one more thing before we get on out of here. Peters' drama waiting to happen, says Steel Black.
Well,
so is George Pickens. I mean, Listen, Mike Tomlin's one of those guys. He could control that. I mean, that's what he's not a guy that could, that's not afraid to take care of a problem man.
No.
So one more thing before we get on out of here is Super Bowl picks this Sunday. Philadelphia Eagles, Kansas City Chiefs. This is going to be a fun one. Who do you have winning the Vince Lombardi Trophy?
Well.
And then also, who will you be rooting for? Steel Black says Eagles.
I am going to agree with Steel Black. I think the Eagles win in a close one, 30-27.
Will you be put? Oh wait, is betting legal in Florida?
No.
Oh, and I truly didn't know, so I was gonna say if it was, were you gonna put some money down on it? But
I would. But it's legal, but not for like mobile apps, like FanDuel.
Oh, you would have to go to like an actual casino.
Pretty much. And the casinos are far away from me. So you think I would go just drive all the way to put it in?
Yeah.
And come back?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I better be 100% confident I'm making money.
I'm going to disagree. I am rolling with Andy Reid in Kansas City. As much as it would not shock me to see Philadelphia win, it wouldn't shock me whatsoever. And I don't think you're stupid whatsoever for thinking that Philadelphia wins.
Oh, yeah.
And I might be running into the same trap that I tend to fall into a lot. If the biggest key is going to be, can Kansas City's offensive line hold their own against that defensive front of Philadelphia? If they can, I think that they're going to win. If they can't and they're able to just get pressure like it's no tomorrow, Philadelphia is running away with this one. But I think that is the biggest key for me is, can that Kansas City offense hold up its own against the Philadelphia defensive front?
It's a lot of dogs on that defense. A lot of dogs on that defense.
So we'll see. We'll see. Can our boy Juju Smith-Schuster get himself a ring? I may even wear my Juju jersey on Sunday.
As much, for Juju to win it, I think the Eagles are still too good.
Steel Black says this is going to be a repeat of the Bucs-Chiefs Super Bowl. And that's why I said I might be falling into the same trap that I tend to fall into every year, because they always say defense wins championships, offense wins games. And I might be falling into the trick. And I think part of it, too, is because I'm wanting Kansas City to win over Philadelphia.
I don't.
Why is that?
I don't want Mahomes to win again. I'm sorry. I don't hate him. I just don't want Mahomes to win it. It could have been anybody else. Well, the Bengals were in there, so it's like I had to root for it. You get where I'm coming from.
I don't know. There's just something like I'm one of those people. I can't hate Patrick Mahomes. I can't hate the Chiefs.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I just don't want to see him in the Super Bowl again.
So you're just being a hater at this point.
Yeah, could be.
Got it. Wonderful. Awesome. Thanks for letting us know.
I wanted the Bills to make it personally, but
yes, obviously I would have loved to see San Francisco win, but Philadelphia won. And I'm like, okay, I could deal with that because now you have the Kelsey Bowl, the old Andy Reid Bowl. This is the first time in Super Bowl history where you've had two black quarterbacks and Black History Month. That's pretty fucking cool if you ask me. So there's a lot of cool things that go on with the Super Bowl. And on top of that, you have the number one seed in the AFC, the number one seed in the NFC. Is really going to be down to the two best teams in the National Football League.
Which is cool.
Is cool. Who is going to fall? And I think part of it, too, is the fact that there's only 5 players on Philadelphia team that was on that Super Bowl 52 roster. There's a lot of guys on Kansas City's defense that have been in Super Bowls. Experience matters.
Mm-hmm.
So that's also, I think,
When
part
was
of
the last time two number ones face each other? Is that a while?
I don't remember.
I think that was it was two number ones, if I'm not mistaken.
Was it 2020 maybe? Was Tampa Bay number one overall? Or no? Or am I tripping?
It might have been. I think so.
So it might have been. If not, I have no freaking idea.
Well,
you said what?
The NBA trade deadline. I know we don't want to talk about basketball a lot, but it was a crazy little last.
All right, we'll get into the NBA trade deadline real quick. First and foremost, I also got to say, as y'all know, the Cavs fan, and yeah, I do have an emotional attachment to LeBron, Raymond, James.
Mm-hmm.
I do have an emotional attachment. He brought me a championship in 2016, something the Magic have not done.
Thanks.
He has brought me a lot of fun memories. Where he grew up was an hour away from where I'm from. For me to be able to watch him do what he did a couple nights ago was absolutely fun. I've been to so many Cavs games where he played. For me, like I posted a tweet where it was like, you have a lot of people, like for an example, for you, where it's like you only got to see him maybe one, you only had one or two opportunities a year to go and see LeBron James play. Mm-hmm. For me, it was like an every night thing. Hey, you want to go to a Cavs game? Oh, all right, cool. Go watch LeBron. It's not a big deal. Like we got so spoiled with that. And for me to be able to go and watch that was pretty fucking cool. Was pretty damn cool.
It's very nice, he passed the scoring all time.
This is interesting. Brett Favre has filed 3 separate lawsuits against the Mississippi State Auditor, Shannon Sharp, and Pat McAfee for defamation.
Just right now?
Just right now. Just got that.
For defamation? Really?
Whew. Okay. You want to talk about some news there? There you go. But yeah. Other than that, yeah, trade deadline was pretty crazy. Kevin Durant. And then, Kyrie Irving going to Dallas. That, let's be honest, and again, I'm coming from someone who had Kyrie Irving on his team. We drafted Kyrie Irving in 2011. He was pretty good. I would not touch him with a 10-foot pole. I would not touch him with a 20-foot pole. Not a chance in hell. Mark Cuban, you got about a year and a half before he either tries to act like a crybaby bitch again, or he tries to ruin,
or he's out, or he's sayonara. That's how he is.
That's what I'm saying. Or he acts like a crybaby bitch.
Yeah, that's related to the West. Gets a lot tougher, man.
And you know what that means? The East is opening up a little bit more for my Cleveland Cavaliers.
Imagine we're coming. We're coming soon.
In like what, 2046?
No.
At that case, I'll be 47 years old, having gray hair, and
don't do that to me.
Okay, I won't do 2046. I'll do like 2038.
Listen, if the Magic just win one in my lifetime, I'll be happy. That's all I want.
See, I've gotten one for my basketball team, one for my football. I've gotten 2 in my football team.
Of course,
I've gotten 2 in my college football team. The only one I have not gotten is my baseball team.
I've seen the baseball team.
I bet you have.
Oh man, just one time though. It's the Magic are getting there. It's a slow build. I wanted to shout out to Mo. Good luck on the Lakers.
Steel Black says Brett Favre is going to lose that. He's going to be broke.
Damn right he is.
So, other than that, I'm going Kansas City. Jarryd is going Philadelphia. Steel Black is going Philadelphia. It's going to be a fun one. However, it is time to go. It's time to say goodbye. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, smash that like button, hit the red subscribe button, drop a comment. Go and follow Jarryd on Twitter at boss_Sanchez98 because, well, right now we don't have his Twitter up. We do have mine up, though, at Jeff_Kirby412. Go follow me as well. And you got any final comments?
No, nothing much. Let's hope the Super Bowl commercials are good and the halftime show.
We'll see. I mean, yeah, we'll definitely see. Heads or tails?
It's going to be tails.
All right, I'm just going to be different. I'll go heads. All right. You guys have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe. If you guys also, for all the men out there, I understand that the Super Bowl is coming, but I'm going to help you out. Yes, I've been single for like 55 years, but yes, I'm giving out relationship advice. This is what we do around here. Don't forget that Valentine's Day is 2 days after. Don't be a procrastinator.
Don't be a procrastinator.
Do not be a procrastinator. Go and get your woman some flowers, some chocolates. Go and get her some stuff. That's what you want.
Yep, damn right.
But till then, hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe. Have fun. Peace out.